Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to speak to you for maybe an hour and a half, and then open up for question and answer. Good evening to everybody. Welcome to this talk today on law of attraction, Ho'oponopono. I think some of you might not know what is Ho'oponopono. It really doesn't matter. If you do not know anything about Ho'oponopono, I'll explain to you later. But I just want to welcome. Oh, I have got someone from US as well. Okay, I've got people from US as well watching. So I've got people from US, from Singapore, Indonesia, from India, and of course all over Malaysia. Welcome to the session today. So like I said, it's about an hour and a half, and probably I'll open up for question and answer at the end. Many of you will know what is law of attraction, but maybe you know bits and pieces. But hopefully today I can explain to you. And Ho'oponopono, maybe you've heard about it. Maybe you know how it works. Maybe you don't know. Don't worry about it. Don't get all confused about it. I will explain to you as well today. Today is basically a simple, basic talk today. Yeah, very, very basic talk. So those of you who have been for my Law of Attraction program before, my Ho'oponopono program before, even those of you who are advanced Ho'oponopono certified practitioners, just bear with me because a lot of things I'm going to cover are things that I've already covered. You've already seen it. So maybe it's a refresher for you. Yeah, and maybe you've got your friends and all attending today. So I think everyone will benefit from today's session. Yeah. Anyway, in case any of your friends could not get on board, don't worry about it. You can create a watch party once I finish today, and you create a watch party and invite your friends to watch it. No problem. And then I'm going to also put this video on YouTube. You can actually get people to watch it from YouTube as well. Yeah. So you need to focus today. You need to have hopefully paper and pen with you so that you can write down a lot of notes. You're most welcome to take screenshots of the slides I'm using, and I hope that today's talk will create a really remarkable year for you starting from now. Yeah, or a remarkable life starting from now. Okay, so let's get going. By end of today's session, so what am I going to cover today? Yeah, let's go to that first. You learn that there are actually 3 ways to manifest. When I say manifest, a lot of us want to have material things, car, house, money. We want material things to manifest, correct? And there are 3 ways to manifest. Okay, I will explain to you the 3 ways and what is this 3 ways all about. Okay, then I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what is fate and what is destiny. Some people say, according to the astrologer, according to this person, I'm fated for this. They're not lying to you, which is a fact. Maybe there is a bit of fate there, but there's also creating of destiny. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what is fate and what is destiny. The good news is you can create your own destiny, and you don't need to live in your fate. Okay. Also, I want to talk to you about a little bit about your potential. What kind of potential you have within you, and how we all have been programmed to only live within a certain limit. You know what I'm trying to say? So a lot of us are given programming to live in a certain way when the potential is so much more huge. And I'm going to talk to you about the difference between this potential and programming and how to rectify that. Yeah. Then I've broken up my talk into 2 parts. One is part 1. Part 1 is all about law of attraction, how it works. And I'm going to give you 3 tools today. Actually, there are 7 tools I teach. 7 tools. I cannot cover 7 tools because it will take one whole day for me to teach all that, right? So I'm going to only cover 3 tools today, which is affirmation, vision board, and visualization. And I'm also going to talk to you about part 2, how law of karma works, and also to teach you how to cleanse your negative energy, negative karma. And again, I'm going to talk to you about 3 tools, which is gratitude journal, action that brings you blessings, and Ho'oponopono, where I spend a lot of time on Ho'oponopono. Again, I want to tell you, in order for you to be able to achieve a lot of good things, like you need another 7 different steps under part 2, but because of time, I only will cover 3 today. Yeah, and I need you to know that. Okay. Sorry, I keep looking at my phone because so many people are requesting to come into Facebook. Okay, so let's get going. Yeah. So 3 ways to manifest. All right. Let's talk about 3 ways to manifest. How do we manifest? Okay. First of all, understand what is manifest. Manifest means achieving our goals. Manifest means getting the car that you want, getting the house that you want, getting the money that you want. That is called manifesting. Yeah, that is manifesting. So you can manifest by default. Default means you basically manifest things based on whatever you're going through in life. Because you're educated like this, or because your parents told you this, because your parents were poor, because an astrologer told you, or you looked at a numerologist, by default, that means you don't know anything about law of attraction, you don't know about law of karma. Maybe you know about law of karma, but you do not know how to overcome law of karma, and you are living in default. That means basically a lot of people live in default. They blame other people for everything. They blame the government lah, they blame their parents lah, they blame the education system lah, they blame other people. So that's called living by default. Then you can also live by deliberate attraction. That's where law of attraction comes in. Deliberate attraction means you can now deliberately tell the universe or God what is it that you want. What kind of car you want, what kind of house you want, how much money you want. All that I'll teach you today. I'll also show you how to manifest them. I'll also give you testimonials of people who have gone through my program and manifested. Because I don't want it to be a theory alone today. I want you to know I've been doing this for some time. I'll tell you a little bit of my story later. And you could also achieve what you want, yeah? And then I also will teach you about divine intervention, okay? So this is where you cleanse your karma, whereby you actually get the universe or God to come and guide you and help you and cleanse your karma or your sins or your mistakes or whatever you have done wrong in your life till today, so that you could actually have the blessings from God or blessings from the universe so that you can manifest your car. I think sometimes people tell her, oh, you know what, Mr. Kati, I used to do a vision board and, you know, I nearly got this, but I did not get this. I wanted to have this much of money, but only this much of money came to me. You know, the kind of thing. So a lot of them don't realize you need to combine them. You need to be able to look at the deliberate attraction, but you also need to look at the divine intervention for you to manifest. So it's important for you to understand that if you want to manifest, you got to bring in together, okay? Bring in together, yeah? So let's talk about it, a bit about my story, because I really need you to know that I'm not talking from the books that I've read. I have read lots of books. I've attended many training programs, and I'm talking, of course, from that, but things that I've applied in my life. Now, I'm 57, okay, and I'm very happy with the way I live my life now. Very happy with the family, with what I have in life, and you know, as a training consultant, I'm a CEO of my own company and all. But you must understand something, that my parents were rubber tappers. Okay, rubber tappers mean, for those of you from overseas, they mean they were laborers. They were very poor. And I come from a family of 12 brothers and sisters. I'm the 9th in the family. So we went through a lot of hardship when I was young. My parents were very loving people. They gave us food, good values. Values definitely was good. And food was never a problem. My mom and dad took care of that. But of course, we were not rich. So I've always wanted to be able to have that money or to have the lifestyle, you know, send my children to private schools and stuff like that. And that's when I discovered the power of positive imaging. The first book I read was the age of 15, called See You at the Top by Zig Ziglar. And then subsequently, I started to read a lot of books. And when the book The Secret came out, I understood the word law of attraction. And I said, oh my God, so this is what I've been using in my life to achieve a lot of things. I've been using law of attraction. And then subsequently, I went to Canada to be certified as a law of attraction practitioner. Before that, I worked in Bank Nagara as an auditor. Left Bank Nagara, set up my training company. And then I started to teach law of attraction after becoming a certified law of attraction trainer. You know? Now, once I've become a certified law of attraction trainer, I was teaching a lot of people from different industries, you know, from insurance, from MLMs, from unit trusts, from sales. I was a business coach. I was teaching how to do law of attraction. But I realized that many of them will do all those things. I teach you affirmations. They will do the vision board. They will do visualization, and many other things, you know. But they were not actually getting everything they want to get. And then I used to wonder, why is that they are not getting it? And that's when I realized that there's something missing, and I discovered law of karma, or law of cause and effect, where you will go through something based on the things you have done in the past in your life. That's called law of cause and effect, which is basically law of karma as well. So then I studied Ho'oponopono. I started teaching Ho'oponopono. And of course, today I certify people as Ho'oponopono trainer. And I teach this widely. I combine both, okay, law of attraction as well as Ho'oponopono, for people to understand how to achieve. And that's what I'm going to share with you today. Okay, so I'm saying that because today, if I do training, I'm a trainer for many organizations. When I do training, I can charge 10,000 ringgit per day as a training consultant. So from being a rubber tapper's son to be where I am today, I will tell you it's because of what I've used in my life, and of course, probably the good blessings I have from my parents and my siblings, which has allowed me to reach the level I am. I've got an amazing wife who have always been very encouraging, and I've got beautiful children. Now, I want to share with you the things I've used, and over the years, I've got thousands and thousands and thousands of testimonies of people have used it. So I'm going to share all those testimonials with you, so you too know you can achieve things. Yeah. So let's get started. What is the difference between fate and destiny? Okay, let's talk about the fate and destiny first. Now, fate means you're born with it. That means when you're born, whether you are Indian or whether you are Chinese, whether whatever religion you come from. A lot of time people look at what is your time of birth, date of birth, and they've got numerology they calculate, and the astrologer will look at it, the numerologist will look at it, and whatever now, right? So yes, you are born on a certain day at a certain time, and that means you have been given a certain fate in this life based on your karma, based on your past life, if you believe in past life. But there is something that God said you will go through for this life based on things that you have done in the past. Okay, that's how I look at it, fate lah. But the good news is that is fate, but you can change your fate. And when you change your fate, is known as your destiny. How do you create the destiny? You create a destiny by law of attraction or law of karma. Of course, many ways. You can go to the temple and pray. You can do a lot of things, and of course, you can change your destiny. The Hindus believe that if you do certain penance, you can actually change your destiny. And I'm sure all religion will talk to you about certain things you can do to change your destiny. But I am telling you the two things that I've known worked for me was being able to understand about how to use law of attraction and how to use law of karma in order to create the destiny that I want, the things that I want in my life. So today's talk is about how to create this destiny. So I don't know, how your life has been, whether you have seen an astrologer, you've seen a pharmacist, or you've seen a numerologist, or you've seen people have told you at this date you get married. I know people who've been told they will never have children after they use this law of attraction, law of karma, or Ho'oponopono, they've got kids. I've known people who say will never get married after using law of attraction, law of karma, they've got married. So I for one person who believes that yes, it is true that you are born with that fate, which is true. So when an astrologer or somebody says maybe there's some truth in it, but you must not believe in it. What you need to understand, that is not written in stone. You can change that, and that's what today's topic is all about. That you can actually change that. Now, the potential that you have and the programming that you have. Now, let me talk about potential and programming. Yeah. Now, the potential means as a divine being, you are a divine being. Divine being means God is within you. That's what I mean by divine being. As a divine being, then you can achieve whatever you want in life. That's the potential. If I would ask all of you here, the earth is round, yeah? Earth is round, right? And why is it when the earth is now turning around and all, yet we can stand? Most of you will tell me it's because of law of gravity, which I would totally agree with you. Because you will say it's law of gravity, that's why we are able to stand, correct? Okay. So because law of gravity is always there, we are able to stand on earth. Doesn't matter where we are as the earth is rotating, correct? Now, the question is this. When somebody dies, and when somebody dies, we don't even call them by name. We say the body is there, right? So when somebody dies, is there gravity? Yes. But why can't they stand? Why can't they stand? Even though there's gravity, is because the soul has left them. The energy has left them. Now, that energy that is within you is the soul or the connection to God, which is the potential that you can achieve. So that soul, that energy, if you learn how to take care of it, you will have amazing success in life. So the two things I'm going to teach you about law of attraction and law of karma is basically to use that soul you have within you, the energy you have within you, to achieve whatever you want in life. Which I've achieved a lot of things. I've taught a lot of people to achieve a lot of things, and so you need to know it's possible. Yeah. Programming. Now, programming, you need to understand this, that how we have created our current reality. Meaning to say, oh, what to do? My parents are like this. I'm only this educated. I'm only this. I'm only that. A lot of people say this, isn't it? Oh, I know my education level is this. What to do? When I was born, my name is Karthik Gesu, correct? When I was born, I went to school because I'm dark, and people used to call me Kopi Susu. And I used to say, why am I dark? And you see, and then I got very inferior. I had this inferiority complex when I went to school, because of course when I helped my mom to tab rubber and go to school, then people say baula, and of course I used to go and sell. My sisters will do this ice cream batang, ice cream. I will go and sell this ice cream to the students, in the Tamil school, Chinese school. My grandmother used to do bade and all. I used to go. So I did a lot of things, and my parents had this village. What do you call, vegetable farm. I used to plug all this vegetable and go and sell in the staff room. So a lot of time I felt that, I'm poor and whatever not. But I realized that's a programming, programming. And sorry, I think this was a spelling mistake. They were programming, yeah. But anyway, so are we really programmed? Yeah? Programmed. Okay. Are we really programmed? Okay, so a lot of people will say, when I say you've been programmed, you'll say, are you sure, Mr. Kati? I don't know whether I'm really programmed or not, right? So I want to talk to you a little bit about our potential and how we all have been programmed. Right? Let's talk about that, okay? Now, I want to ask this question to every one of you, yeah? So this is what I want to hear from you. Huh? How many of you are stupid in maths? Now, you don't need to answer this question yet. Then everybody know you're stupid in maths, so don't tell me. But in your heart, you can, if nobody's watching, you can just put up your hand to yourself and tell me, how many of you are stupid in maths? Now, I've got 240 people watching me today. And out of the 200 of you, I am very sure about 30, 40 of you will put up your hand and say, I'm stupid in maths. Now, this is very funny. Yeah? This is really, really funny, because you have programmed yourself to be stupid in maths. That's what I'm trying to say. I'll tell you why. Yeah? Do you know how heavy is a human brain? All of us have got a brain. How heavy is a human brain? Do you know whether you're tall, thin, fat, short, whatever? Our brain is about 1.3 kg. So all of us have got a brain size of that 1.3 kg. Now, next question. How much of the brain do we all use? Trust me, all of us use about 1 to 2% of the brain only. Well, the most 5%. 5% no, because Einstein seemed to have used only 5% of the brain, and he's a genius. So most of us use most 1 to 2% of the brain. So our brain is 1.3 kg. Our 1 to 2% of we use. And how many neurons do we have in our brain? We all have this thing called neurons. And that's why you go head injury, you go to a neurology ward, or you see a neurosurgeon, you got head problems. Again, so that's called neurons. Yeah. How many neurons do you have? Now, for your information, we have 86 billion neurons. 86 billion neurons. Now, all of us have got 1.3 kg brain, 1 to 2% usage, 86 billion neurons. Then why is it that some of you are stupid in maths? Why are you stupid in maths? Okay, let me tell you why. When you're born, you're very clever. We all are very clever when you're born. Then you went to school. When you went standard 1 or standard 2, your teacher called you and said, timetable. 6 times 2, how many? Of course, you didn't study. You said 62, teacher, and teacher is stupid. So when the teacher says stupid, the word goes into your brain. Yeah, stupid. Oh, my stupid. Then the teacher asks everybody else, can you answer again? Everybody answers. You did not answer, and she said, see, stupid. So you said, oh my God, am I stupid? Then teacher says, you go and practice. Tomorrow I'm going to ask you again. You make sure you know your timetable too. So you go back home, but you in standard 1, standard 2, right? So you never practice. You go and play kanda county, climb the coconut tree, steal mangoes, never study. So you go back to school again. Next day, never study, right? Then teacher asks you, 7 times 2, how many? And you say 7 to 9, teacher. Teacher says stupid, and then say stand on the chair. So when you stand on the chair, what do all your friends say? Yeah, they are stupid. Yeah, stupid. Yeah. So now many times the brain goes stupid. Now, teacher says, you better go and practice. Otherwise, tomorrow, I'm going to take you to the headmaster's room, office. You're going to get caning. And you are now so scared. You go back home and you practice 1 times 2, 2 times 2, 5 times 2, 7 times 2, 8 in the house. Your father sees you doing it. Your father calls you and says, what are you doing? And you say, Father, I'm practicing my timetable because I'm scared the teacher will ask tomorrow. I don't know. Father say, what timetable? I'm practicing 2 timetable. And father say, okay, good. Come, stand here. Let me ask you now. 2 times 9, how many? And you say, oh, Amma, I never studied 9 timetable. What? I studied 2 timetable. What? How come father asking 9? Anyway, because you see, when you're young, you don't know the difference. When you turn it the other way around. So you said 2 times 9, 2 times 29. Father in capital letters says stupid. Now, when your father says you're stupid, you will say, oh my God, my father says I'm stupid. I must be really stupid, Lord. Then not only that, you know what your father says or not? How come you're so stupid compared to your brothers and sisters? How come you're so stupid compared to your cousins and all? How come? Now, when your father keeps saying that, you then become programmed, you convince yourself, I'm very realistic. And then your father uses his magic sentence. He says, you know why you're so stupid or not? You're so stupid in maths because your mother is stupid in maths. And you say, no wonder I'm stupid. I have got my mother's brain. Finish. Case closed. You have now programmed yourself to stupid because every time you have got maths exam, you'll fail. Why? Because my mother. You know how many of you say, my mother like that, my father like that. My father used to have diabetic. Do you know or not, your father got diabetic, you won't get diabetic? Your father got diabetic, if you got diabetic, because both of you eat your mother's cooking. That's all. Mother make teh tarik, a lot of sugar, both of you drink, of course both will get diabetic. It's not because your father got diabetic. So this is called programming. You need to know a lot of us are programmed to be poor, programmed to be unhealthy, programmed to be sick, programmed to not achieve good things in life, programmed to think that you can never drive a BMW or Mercedes, programmed to think that you cannot have a big car, programmed to think. See, when I was when I joined the training field, you know, I used to work in Bank Nagara. My salary was about 2,000. Then I became a training consultant. Now 2,000 a month was my salary in Bank Nagara. When I became a training consultant, after a while, my per day income became 10,000 ringgit. Now, I didn't believe it, but I knew, because I've done all this reading and all, I believe anything is possible. I believe anything is possible. It was so shocking when I wrote down my affirmations. I'll teach you how later. When I wrote down my affirmation that I will make 10,000 a day as a training consultant, and I wrote it down. I'm so happy and grateful I make 10,000 a day. And suddenly I got a call from a particular company, and they called and said, Mr. Kati, are you willing to come and do a talk for our employees? You know, we need you to do for 1 hour talk. And then this lady said, but you know what, Mr. Kati, I have to tell you that, you know, we are at the end of the year, this is in December, our budget is not very high, but can you do a 1 hour talk? We have heard a lot about it. I said, yeah, sure. How much are you going to pay me? She said, no, that's the problem. You know, our budget is not very high. We just need you to do 1 hour talk. We can just give you a token. Is that okay with you? Yeah, sure. How much are you going to pay me? And she said, well, our budget is such that you do a 1 hour talk, we'll give you 10,000 ringgit. And then I was like, And then she said, what do you think, Mr. Kati? I said, let me think about it. And I put down the phone and I like, oh my God, law of attraction is so powerful, isn't it? Then I called her up and said, yeah, sure, I've checked my calendar, I'm free, I'll do it. And that's when I started to really believe. Many things have happened in my life. The house I have, the car I have, a lot of times, because I did what I'm going to teach you today. I'll tell you one very interesting thing as well. I was one day, I was doing training. I was in Kuching Airport. I was going to fly to Kota Kinabalu from Kuching because I was doing training for a particular organization. So I was going to go and fly. So after I finished my training, I was very tired. I went to the airport and I was there waiting to go to KK. And I was waiting there. I was thinking, oh my God, I wish I'm the only passenger in the plane, so that all the air stewardess will take care of me and I will have a great time. I don't like people sitting next to me talking to me, all right? I can sleep and, you know, air stewardess will give me food and I'll enjoy my... And I went, after that, then they called. I went and gave my ticket, and the air steward took the ticket and said, Mr. Kati, I just wanted to inform you that you're the only passenger today in the flight. Please go and sit wherever you want to sit. And I said, oh my God. I thought, I should have wished for free flight la, free massage la, don't know, free gifts la. I only thought about nobody in the plane, and there was nobody on the plane except for me. And I would tell you, I've got so many things I can talk to you. So many things. Okay, so my wife will tell me, if I say I want something, she'll say, why don't you ask the universe? I'm sure the universe will give you. So I will teach you today how that is done. Yeah. Okay, so the best way to predict the future is to create it. So I repeat, so all of you, today is the 29th of May 2021. Of course, COVID is there, MCO is there, movement control, because since I've got people from other countries as well. Don't worry about that. That is something can't change, whatever. But you can always remember that you are guided if you do the things I ask you to do, yeah? And you're taken care of, okay? You can't change. You see, there's something called area of control, area beyond control. Area of control, what you can do with your mind and your heart and what you do. Area beyond control, what's happening out there. You can't control that, right? So let it be as it is. Let God take care of that. You do what you need to do. So the best way to predict your future is to create it. So let's start the first part, which is law of attraction, yeah? Okay, so what is law of attraction? Okay. Law of attraction is I attract into my life whatever I give attention, energy, and focus to, whether positive or negative. I repeat, read that very carefully. I attract into my life. That means you will always attract things into your life. Okay, you always attract things into your life, right? Whatever you give attention, energy, and focus. You must remember that, attention, energy, and focus. Whatever you give attention, energy, and focus will come to you. Okay, so it's important for you to remember that. Now, so it doesn't matter positive or negative. It doesn't matter positive, as long as you give. So if you give attention, energy, and focus on negative things, why is my company like this? Why all these things happening in my company? If you think about negative things, or why my wife is always like that, or why my husband is always like that, why my boss is like that, why my mother. So if you give attention, energy, and focus on negative things, that's what's going to manifest. If you give attention, energy, and focus on positive things, only positive things will have. So like this COVID situation, you can either look at all the negative things or you can look at all the positive things. Now, I'm not here to judge you, but I'm just telling you that life is how you create it to be. Like I said, COVID is area beyond control. What is area of control? Area of control, what you want to do about it. Yeah, that's the most important thing. Now, so when I talk about law of attraction, I talk about whatever I give attention, energy, and focus comes to me. When you focus, it comes to you. So let's look at some example. First example, I'm sure all of you will agree with me. Do you know sometimes when you think about car, or you thought about, oh my God, I love this, BMW black color, or I love this Beetle red color, or I love this Honda Accord, and when once you've thought of the car and you put it in your pineal gland, we call it the third eye, the pineal gland. When you put it inside your brain, in your mind, do you know you'll see the car everywhere? Your neighbor will have the car. You go park your car somewhere, you'll see it. Your car, and you see that somebody else parked the same car. You're driving past, you see the car, and you say, oh my God. Yeah, because that is the first sign that you've told the universe what you want, and the universe is actually showing it to you. Now, either you continue to think about it and do all the necessary things to get the car into your life, or you just dreaming nothing no need then it goes off. But it's an example of how law of attraction is starting to manifest in your life. Okay, people you don't like, for example, people you don't like. Do you know if you don't like your boss? Like, for example, you go to work and you say, and you say, "Yo, I hope I don't see this boss. Yo, this boss is an idiot. I hope I don't see the boss. I hope I don't." And you'll see him. Or you go to work and then you say, I hope this customer won't call. I hope this customer really nasty. And the customer will come or call. You are not married, you go for a wedding, and you know, sometimes aunties and uncles will ask you, how come you're still married, not married, right? So you're going for this wedding and you said, I hope I don't see this auntie. I hope I don't see this auntie. You're going to the wedding, the auntie is standing at the entrance and say, how come still not married? And you say, oh my God, why is it I attract all the people I don't like? Because you put it inside your brain. Now, how to get rid of it? Ho'oponopono is one example, which I'll teach you a bit later. But what I'm trying to tell you is, a lot of us don't realize we program wrong. I'll give you another example. Cannot sleep because I drink. How many of you, there are 241 of you listening to me, right? I want to ask you, how many of you here, okay, if you drink coffee, you cannot sleep? If you drink coffee, you cannot sleep. Don't have to answer the question, okay? But put up your hand in your house, okay? If you drink coffee, you cannot sleep. Now, let me ask you something. Coffee has got caffeine. So people say, if I drink coffee, I cannot sleep. Now, if it is true that if you drink coffee, you cannot sleep, then everybody cannot sleep. What? Everyone cannot sleep. What? Why is it that some of you can sleep, some of you cannot sleep? I'll tell you why. For the people here who drink coffee means you cannot sleep, right? Well, I'm telling you, I've done this survey every time I do a offline. I do a class training. I always ask, and I always find, if I've got 247 people who are listening to me today, I'll find maybe about 30-40 of them, you drink coffee, you cannot sleep. The other 2,200 can sleep. So that means nothing to do with the coffee, correct or not? So why is it that some people drink coffee, cannot sleep? I tell you why. This is what happened. One day you drank coffee and you went to sleep. Then you couldn't sleep. You just couldn't sleep. For whatever reason, you couldn't sleep. Maybe you couldn't sleep for some other reason, but you couldn't sleep. So you thought, why? Oh my God, I drank coffee. That's called programming. So you're programming yourself. I drank coffee. Coffee not good for me. I cannot sleep. Like some of you program my salary is so little, everything is expensive, I'm very poor. Are you poor because you program yourself, right? Anyway, coming back to coffee. So that's what happens. Okay. Then another day you go out for dinner, blah blah blah, and then you're drinking, and then after dinner you drink coffee. You drink halfway and you say, oh my God, I drank coffee today. Yeah. Finish today also cannot sleep. So second programming went in. After that, what do? You tell everybody, you tell your mother, you tell your father, you tell your neighbor, you tell your friends, say, I drink coffee, I cannot sleep. I drink coffee, I cannot sleep. I drink coffee, I cannot sleep. When you say it again and again and again and again, it's an affirmation. So much so, after that, you don't have to say it. The moment you drink coffee, you cannot sleep because you have programmed yourself. You have programmed yourself to attract people you cannot trust, don't like. Some ladies tell me, I don't know why, Mr. Kati, every time I go out with a guy, the guy will cheat me. That is a programming. Don't even say it. Don't even tell me. Don't even think about it. So you need to know why Ho'oponopono is very important. You need to know why law of attraction, because that is how you unravel everything, reprogram yourself, which I'll teach you how, right? Another example. If I were to ask all of you, adults, all of you adults, I am watching. I know some of you are watching with a family, so maybe you got children and all watching as well. But a lot of times, I want to ask you this question. Would you allow your children to go and play in the rain? Many of you will say, no, Mr. Kati, I don't allow my children to play in the rain. My children cannot lie. They go to play in the rain, they should get sick. Let me tell you something today. The rain will never make them sick. In fact, sometimes people will say, have you seen people getting wet in the rain? They cover their head like that with their hand, right? Then you ask them, hey, why you cover your head? Because I didn't want to get wet. Then your hand getting wet? Oh, yeah, my hand got wet. Come on. Let me tell you what actually happens. Actually, it's all programming. Normally what happens is that, when your son or daughter plays in the rain and comes in, or they get wet in the rain, not even play, they're coming back from school, got wet in the rain, or they come back. So the moment you see a son or daughter who's 5 years or 6 years old, because the first 7 to 8 years is very, very important for programming. And many of us program children in that way. So your 6-year-old or 7-year-old comes back and he got wet in the rain. And the first thing you tell him, you got wet in the rain. I tell you, very soon you'll be sniffing, you'll have flu. And about 1 hour later, the boy goes, then you say, you see, you're going to cough, you just watch 1 hour from now, you'll cough. And then 1 hour later, the boy goes, there, I told you what. Tonight, for sure, you'll have fever one. Correct, confirm got fever. That night, the son will come and say, Mommy, I don't feel so well. I think I got fever. And say, you see, because you got wet in the rain, you got flu, you got cough, you got fever. My friend, your son did not get sick because of that. Your son got sick because you told him so. You told him you're going to get sick, you're going to get flu, because the children will believe whatever you say. You're the mom what, you're the dad what. So a lot of time we are programmed to think, if you're a certain race, this is what you can have in life. If you're a certain religion, this is what you can have in your life. If you're a certain gender, this is what you can have in your life. If you're a certain height, this is what you can have in your life. If your parents are laborers, this is what you can have. All these are programming. Next one, financial situation. I'm just giving examples about how we are programmed. Then I will go in and tell you about how to reprogram. A lot of people have got financial problem. A lot of people got financial problem. Okay, a lot of people got financial problem. I'll tell you why. Because you must understand something. When somebody asks, how are you? What do you normally say? Anybody will come and ask you, how are you? What do you say? How are you? What do you say? Most of you will say, okay lah. How are you? So lah. How are you? Like that lah. How are you? Broke. Huh? Yeah lah. Always broke. How are you? Cukup makan. Cukup makan, just nice. How are you? Surviving. Some of you, how are you? Surviving. You know what it means or not? It means income comes, expenses come, surviving. So you know what happened? Every time your income goes up, your expense will go up. Because you know why? Your affirmation is surviving. I will tell you this, change that. Starting from today, how are you? Very good. I'm very healthy, very happy. How are you? I'm grateful. How are you? I'm very happy. I got food, I got place to stay. Very happy. I mean, maybe you're not rich lah. But the thing is, to become rich, you need to be grateful what you have now. Sometimes I used to say to people, I said, I wish you are then straight away taken to a third world country, some other country where people are so poor, because you're complaining about everything. So it is very important that you need to understand, we create, in fact, in all religion, they say, when you say something again and again and again, it becomes true. Some religion says specifically, if you say something 40 times, it's a dua, it's a prayer, it's a mantra. So how are you? Broke. How are you? Broke. How are you? Broke. How are you? Surviving. How are you? Surviving. You say that in 400 times a day. No wonder you are surviving. So don't keep blaming on your stars lah, your what do you call it? Your parents lah. Don't do that. Don't do that. You shouldn't do that. The last one, honestly, who are you married to? I thought a bit of fun with you guys today. Who are you married to? A lot of you don't realize this. Even the people you are married to, sometimes you don't realize law of attraction. Not because astrologically decided, sometimes maybe it is true. But it's also decided because you, like for example, you were in campus. Like those of you here, if I want to ask, I can't see you, right? So, but if I were to ask you, are you married to somebody you didn't like? All of you here who's married here, are you married to somebody you don't like? Some of you, I know you put up your hand. If I were to ask you, how come you married the guy you didn't like? You know why? Let me tell you what happened. first time you met your husband or wife, or let's say you met your husband, ladies, I'm sure a lot of ladies are watching. When you met your husband first time, you didn't like him, or nose very high, like if rain mean water going to die, that kind of hidong thingy, or you're very arrogant, thinks too much. So you would say things like, very arrogant fella, very arrogant fella. I hate the fella. I hate the fella. But the problem is when you go back or when you talk to your friends, I hate the guy. I hate the guy. I hate the guy. Or I don't like the guy. I don't like the guy. I don't like the guy. What happens is when you say something like that, you are programming that particular person. Because when you say I don't like him, I don't like him, I don't like him, I don't like him, you're thinking of him. Your subconscious brain is only looking at his picture. After a while, your subconscious brain thinks that, oh, you like him. And after a while, you cannot eat without him, cannot sleep without him, cannot drink without him. You are married. It's a fact. It's a fact. I met a air stewardess in my class one day, and she got up. She said, "Mr. Kati, you're right, Mr. Kati. I'm 6 feet, and I don't like short guys. I'm 6 feet tall, and I hate, I'm an air stewardess, and everywhere I go, meet short people. Every guy I meet is short guy. I really tell you, you're right, I attract all these short guys because I don't like short people because I'm tall." I said, "Are you married, girl?" And she looked and said, "That's my husband," and the husband stood up 5 feet 4. She's 6 feet. This is just an example. And I tell you, I can give you example after example after example about people who are married to people they don't like because they attract. Now you're married, we cannot do anything, but I'm just telling you that for those of you, this is a tip for those of you who are not married yet. Be careful what you say. When you say I don't like, you see, the one thing all of you might not know, the word don't doesn't have a function in law of attraction. Doesn't have. When you tell your children, don't run, don't run, don't run, what do? They run because the word don't is no function. Don't climb the tree. Don't climb the tree. What the children do? Oh, where got tree? Oh, got tree. You say, don't play with the phone. Don't play with the phone. Where phone? Long time never play. Because the word don't doesn't have function. Your children carry a glass. Don't drop it. Don't drop one. All of you. One good example. All of you. Close your eyes for a while. I cannot see you, but please, just 1 minute. All of you. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Everyone, close your eyes. Close your eyes. Good. Don't think of a white elephant wearing red boots. Don't think of a white elephant wearing high heel red boots. Now open your eyes. Open your eyes. What did you see? All of you saw red elephant, right? I said don't what? Because the brain. So now when you say I don't want to be poor, you'll be poor. I don't want to suffer, you'll suffer. I don't want to get sick, you'll get sick. I don't want to have blood pressure, you get blood pressure. I don't want to meet nasty people. Every time you use the word don't, you are going to. So you got to change it. Instead of telling don't run, you say walk. Instead of telling I don't want to be poor, you say I want to be rich. I will be rich. I'm going to be rich. It's just changing of your wording, the programming. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, I'll tell you specifically how. See, you need to understand something. So this way, I'm going to go a bit more deeper and tell you. See, within our DNA, every cell in our body listens to every thought and word. Okay, so we have a DNA. Why is this happening? Because every cell in our body will listen to whatever you say. Every word, every thought, everything you say, everything you think, it become part of your DNA because your cell is listening. So there's an experiment that was done. Effects of thoughts, words, and emotion on water. And you must know something. Our body is 70% water. Our body is 70 to 80% water. I'm going to tell you how words affect the water. There's a guy by the name of Dr. Emoto. You can actually do a Google search on Dr. Emoto. Dr. Emoto says this. He says that water, he did the experiment. He took water and he froze the water, made it into crystals. And then he found out the water can be affected by emotion, words, and thoughts. Emotion, words, and thoughts. So they did this experiment and they found out that it can affect emotion, words, and thoughts. Okay, that's what they found out. Now, so it's very important for you to understand that words, thoughts, and emotion. So when you feel something, it will happen. That's why sometimes they say my intuition. Intuition can be good or bad, but that's the intuition, correct? So you can be very careful about that. So let me give you some examples. So what Dr. Emoto did was very simple. He took water from a river in Japan. Dr. Emoto is a Japanese guy. He took water from the river in Japan, and then it says here before prayers, right? Sometimes you go temple, you go to mosque, you go to church, they do prayers on the water. Okay. So this is show example how powerful prayers are. So you took the water from a river in Japan, and they put under a microscope. They made it into, they freeze it first, into water crystal. They look, and this is how it looked like. Then they took the same water and they did a prayer to it. Like, for example, whenever I drink something, I will say a prayer. My prayer will always be, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. Because the water listens to what I say. I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. This is what I say for everything. When I eat, I take my food, I say, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. This is the fourth sentence I'll tell you, yeah? And this is the thing. When they did the prayers and then they put it under the microscope, look at the water. Look at the change. Look at how beautiful it looks like just because of prayer. Because water cells has got life. Okay? Water has got life. And 80% of our body is water. So everything you say, everything you think, it will be affecting your body. That's why people get cancer. That's why when you're stressed, you get cancer. Because when you're stressed, your water is affected. Your entire body is affected. That's why the food you take is very important. Very, very important. Another example. They took water in a container and put the word outside that, you make me sick, I will kill you. That's the word. The word water, they took water, they put words around it. You make me sick, I'll kill you, and this is how the water looked like. They also took water and they put the word outside, I love you, I appreciate you. This is how it looks like. Can you see the difference? Can you see the difference? The word. So if you tell your children, I love you, I appreciate you, your children will grow into beautiful beings. But if you tell them, Saniya, useless, you're a devil, you're a monkey, well, so what do you think your children will come up to? Every cell is listening. You tell your children you're stupid, you're an idiot, you're good for nothing. Every cell in the body is listening. Every cell in the body is listening. So you've got to be very careful about it. What are these two words? Negative or positive? Obviously negative, can. The word Hitler is negative, the word dirty is negative. So the water is negative, right? The water is dirty. On the other hand, the word thank you and beautiful. When you say thank you, we all like to hear the word thank you. We all like the word when people say you're beautiful, this is lovely. Look at the water that is exposed to that word. So this is all experimented by Dr. Imoto. So what I did was, about 7-8 years ago, when I started to teach all this, I've been teaching law of attraction for 12 years now. And I decided to ask my participants to try it out. So this is what the result from my participants who did it. I had a lady from Klang who attended my program. She's a Chinese lady. So what she did, she cooked rice in 2 containers. She cooked rice in 2 containers. And then she put the rice, as you can see, rice at the bottom there. And then on top, she put the word, I love you, and put a heart shape. And she wrote in Chinese, because she's a Chinese lady. She thought maybe the rice can only understand Chinese. Anyway, on this one, she wrote the word, I hate you, I'll kill you. And then the side there, she wrote in Chinese. Okay? So then she kept it for about 21 days. Normally, it will take about 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks. And when she took out the rice, the container, she opened the container, the one that says, I love you, looks like this. Now, together, both the rice she kept in the fridge. 21 days later, she takes out from the fridge. You can keep outside, keep in the fridge. But she left in the fridge, she took it out. And 21 days later, look at this one. And the one that, I hate you, I'll kill you, look at the rice. Same, both are the same rice, both cooked at the same time, both kept at the same temperature. Only difference is the words on the bottom. One said, I love you, one said, I hate you, and I hate you, it has changed. Now, this is just not one experiment. Let me try and give you another one. Another lady, she cooked rice, put in a container. As you can see, there's condensation on the container, right? Because she covered it. One she wrote, I love you, one she put, I hate you. This lady from Johor Bahru, and she kept it in the fridge. She took out about 3 weeks later, and the one, I hate you, look at the rice. I already spoiled already. This one, I hate you, I love you, bread. Again, same thing, covered, kept, take out. The one, I hate you, look at the bread, it's all gone moldy. The one, I love you, still. Because you see, when you say, I love you, the cells in the water will affect your body. So when your body is 80% water, what you say is very important. Oranges. This lady wrote on oranges in Chinese. Basically, the translation is here. Dear orange, I love you. You are the best. Thank you, gratitude. Here, dear orange, I hate you. You go and die. And what happened after 2 months was this. The one she wrote, I love you. You are the best, looks like this. Okay? And the one she wrote, I hate you, looks like this. I heard you, go and die, looks like this. Can you see? Another example. Another lady came, cooked rice in 2 containers. One container she put there, saya sayang kamu, terima kasih sayang. Another one she put, saya benci kamu, pergi mampus. For my friends from overseas, saya sayang kamu means I love you. Thank you, sayang means I love you as well. You know, thank you, love. Okay. Saya benci kamu, pergi mampus is I hate you, go and die. I hate you, go and die. And look at the one that I hate you, go and die. Again, about 3 weeks, 4 weeks later. Okay. a lot of my participants have tried this. Okay, I've got so many testimonials for this. Yeah, this lady Adrina, she also cooked rice, and this is of course 3 weeks later. But here she wrote the word "You are the best, I love you." Another one she wrote "Shut up, go and die." And look what happened. 21 days later, or about 2-3 weeks later, this one is gone. It's still the same. This one has gone bad. Can you see that? All gone black. Just the only difference is the words. The only difference is the words. So if you tell your body, I'm healthy, I'm perfect, I can do it, I will do it, you'll become successful. If you keep saying, no la, my star, no la, my astrology, no la, people, no, and then what can I do? What can I do? This is another one. On the 9th of July 2020 last year, they came into my program. And then she did this. She wrote the word, I hate you, I'm going to kill you in this container. This is how the rice, this one on the 9th of July. Yeah? And another one, she wrote, I love you, you're very important to me on this container. So she did it on the, 10th of July. Yeah, 10th of July. Can you see that? Okay, put that both. Now, exactly 7 days later, on the 16th of July, okay, on the 16th of July, the one, I hate you, I'm going to kill you, look at the rice. The one, you are important to me, look at the rice. Words, bread. From the 9th of July to the 15th of July, I hate you, please go and die, turn like this, moldy. The one, I love you, still looks good. Yeah. Another one, I love you, a bit moldy, but the one, I hate you, totally gone. Totally gone, the bread. Okay. Another one, I hate you, I'm going to kill you, look at the bread. I love you, you're important to me, look at the bread. So I can just go on and on. So is water really powerful? Can you kill the energy in the water? Can you kill the energy in the water? Yes, you can. See, this is an example. One of the ways we kill the energy in the water, or we kill anything that is in the body, is by microwaving. I hope you will stop microwaving any food. Any food that you take which is microwave is not good for your body, because everything gets killed. So this is 2 plants. Day 1, here they pour microwave water, here they pour normal purified water, mineral water. On the 9th day, the one that you pour microwave water, the plant dies. The one you pour purified water, the water they live. So this is just give you an example about how important the water is, because water listens to every word you say. So this is the reason why you need to program yourself to make sure every cell in your body has got good thoughts, good words, and good emotions. Okay, and that's what this is all about. All right. So God is not helping anyone defeat anyone. The only one that can ever defeat you is yourself. God is not helping anyone. So God never planned to make life miserable for you. If your life is miserable, it's your karma. But you can also cleanse your karma. So it's not fated. The only one can ever defeat you is yourself. So I think many of you know, I talked about it 2 days ago. There's a book called The Science of Getting Rich. This book was written in 1910, 111 years ago. Any of you want a copy of this book? After today, at the end of the program, I'll give you my phone number. WhatsApp me, I'll send you an e-copy of the book, or talk to the person who invited you. If they have an e-copy of the book, they'll send it to you. But otherwise, you can get a free e-copy of the book. Free, yeah? No need to pay anything, just a free copy, yeah? You can actually get it from me. But what page 49 in the book says is this. In page 49, Wallace Wattle says, the picture of your desires, I mean, whatever you want in life, if you keep in faith and purpose, it is taken up by the universe and permeates to great distances. As this impression spreads, all things are set moving for its realization. I mean, whatever the picture of what you want will come to you. He says, every living thing, every inanimate thing, and things yet uncreated are stirred toward bringing into being what you want. So whatever out there will make sure that what you dream will come to you if you believe in it with faith and purpose. This is very important. Purpose must be good purpose. You want to borrow, you want to make money, so you want to show off, it won't come. You want to make money so that your life is better, your family life is better, it will come. I repeat, your purpose is very important. If you want to make money, if you want to buy a car to show off, you want to have a house to show off, very difficult to come. But if you want to buy a lot of things to improve your life, make your life better, you will get it. You will surely get it. And you must have faith in the universe. Okay? You must have faith in what you are doing. You must have faith in God. If you don't believe in God, faith in the universe. Okay? And also, the minds of people everywhere are influenced. So if you write a goal about wanting to achieve certain sales, the minds of people everywhere are influenced towards doing the things necessary to fulfill your desires. This is amazing. So you need to know that you cannot control others. You want to sell insurance, you want to sell MLM products, you want to sell unit trusts, you want to sell product, anything like you cannot change other people. But if you do what you can do, you will attract what you want. You'll attract. I coach people in the MLM industry. I coach people in the insurance industry. I coach people in the unitary industry and many other industries. You know, the FX and the forex forex industry, a lot of industry. And when I coach them, businesses and all, I always tell them, you do what you can do and let the universe come and guide you. And that's what today's talk is all about. Yeah. Anyway, many people focus on unwanted things without realizing law of attraction is work. Like the air we breathe, attraction is available with each breath, negative or positive. So if you deliberately control your dominant thoughts on the content of your story, you'll have a fairy tale lifestyle, because that's law of attraction. Your money, financial assets, your body's state of shape, your wellness, your work environment, your relationship, your state of your business, your happiness, your life experiences, all this is based on what you are telling. This is by Abraham Hicks. Abraham Hicks is an expert in law of attraction. So how do you change the story that you tell? How do you change the story you tell? Okay, you have 3 ways to do it. This is what I'm going to cover now. 3 ways to do it before I go to the second part of the story. 3 ways to do it. 3 ways. Affirmation, vision board, visualization. I said got 7, but because of time, I only teach you 3. Later I'll tell you about the programs I do. You can actually decide to join my program if you want to. You don't want to, it's okay. This is good enough. But if you decide to join, then I'll teach you the rest of it if possible. That is, we are hungry to learn more. Affirmations are very simple. It's positive affirmative sentences like, I'm so happy and grateful that I drive this car. I'm so happy and grateful I've got this much money in the bank. That's called positive affirmative statements. All the sentences must start with, I'm happy and grateful. I'm excited and the word grateful must be there. But it'll be, I'm happy, I'm excited, and so on. Right? This is what I learned, and this is what I teach you. Must have clarity. I'm so happy and grateful that I drive a BMW 3 Series blue color. I'm so happy and grateful that I've got 100,000 ringgit. I'm so happy and grateful that I am a senior manager of this company on this date. That's called clarity. Okay. Normally have 1 or 2 affirmations. Don't have too many. Like sometimes people got 10 affirmations. Don't worry. If you can just affirm money, when the money comes, you can buy the car, house, and everything else can. So don't have too many. You know why? Because every affirmation you must write 16 times a day. You must write 16 times a day. Okay. Now, I know many of you will have questions. Now, listen, don't put in any questions now because I'm not going to watch. I'm going to tell you anything. At the end of my talk today, at the end, I'll have a question and answer session. I'll give you time. That time you ask me questions. But you must write 16 times a day, every day, in order for you to start achieving your goal. How long must you write? Write until you achieve your goals. That's what it means. It's like, I want to lose weight, Mr. Kati. How long should I exercise? Exercise until your BMI is okay. Correct or not? So you got to do it. Okay. Normally, I'll say do at least for the first 21 days to create a habit. Okay. Examples of affirmations, personal affirmations are things like this. I'm so excited and grateful that I have 250,000 in my bank account as of this date. I'm very happy and grateful that I'm slim, trim, and healthy, and I weigh this kg. I'm so happy and grateful that I live in a fully paid 10,000 square foot bungalow in Tropicana. This is example. Take a screenshot if you want, so you know exactly how to write affirmations. So this is example how you need to word it. I've given it 3, but you don't have to write 3, because if you have 3, you must write 16 times each one of it. So some of you will give up. So I suggest you can combine it. If you can, I can teach you how to combine it if you want, but you need to write affirmations. Example for business is, I'm so excited and grateful that I have an excellent working relationship with my superiors and subordinates in this company, for example. I'm very happy and grateful that I've exceeded my annual target by more than 50% as of this date. Or I'm so happy and grateful that I've got 28 new clients and I've achieved sales of more than 10 million. So you can see these are just affirmations you can write every day. So you can have one for your personal, one for your business, and you need to write 16 times every day. This is by deliberate attraction. Remember I told you or not? You got manifest by default, manifest by deliberate, manifest by divine intervention. So I'm only talking about by default, by deliberate attraction. So testimonials. Does this affirmations work? Testimonials. Okay. Let me talk about Becky. I think she's watching today with her friends. Becky, thank you for these affirmations and your testimonials. Becky came from my class, and then in 2015, and then she wrote this. She says, I'm happy and grateful that I'm finally a successful celebrity makeup. Now, she's a makeup artist. Becky is a makeup artist, okay? But she wanted to become a celebrity makeup artist, so she wrote this affirmation in that she wanted to be that in 2016. And what happened was that this is Becky with Chef One. Okay, this is Becky. This is Becky with Sheila Majid. This is Becky with Harding, who's an actor. This is Becky with Abbas. I think most of you all know Abbas Khan. And this is also Becky with Anna Olsen. I'm sure you've heard of Bake with Anna from Asian Food Channel and the Food Channel. So this is Becky's testimonial. It really works. This is Nathan, who came from my program in 2017. Thank you, Nathan. I think he's also watching today. He's a prison warden in Singapore. And he wrote, see, writing down 16 times a day. So he wrote down every day, right? And see the affirmation he wrote down. I am very excited and grateful that I have a blue BMW 330E, I think. Yeah, 330E M Sport as of this day, 30th September 2017. Now, he started writing 26th of August. He wanted it by 30th September 2017, right? This is Nathan with his blue BMW, which he managed to buy. He says before that he had problem getting loan because he's working in Singapore and then he took a picture and sent me the BMW he already has. Yeah. Anyway, this is Effie. Effie, I don't know whether she's watching today. Effie wrote this. She says, I'm grateful and excited that I'm promoted to senior manager in January. Just don't worry about the rest. Yeah. Basically, she wrote this. I'm grateful and excited and promoted to senior manager in January 18. So she wanted to be a senior manager. Okay, that's it. Now she came for my program in the same time as Nathan. She came in August. She wrote down that by January 2018 she wanted to be a senior manager, and then she sent me this. This is Effie. She says here that this affirmation, and if you look at this, it says here, this is a message from the company. It says, I'm pleased to announce that that we have Miss Effie Lim as a senior manager of sales and marketing. Senior manager. You know what the date or not? See the data. This is the affirmation she wrote. January 2018. Look at the data. She got this message on the 11th of January 2018. She wrote January 18, 2018, January 11th January. She got it. Again, I'm so happy and grateful. She wrote 16 times a day. This is another lady who came from my class. Last December, I attended your first class about law of attraction. I was unemployed at that time. I started to write my goals in a yellow book, red pen. I mean, some people write in yellow book, red pen. Don't worry, just write. Don't worry about yellow book, red pen. If you want to, that's fine. Because some people believe that works better, but it doesn't really matter. Yeah. That I got a job. The good news is that I got a job. Now, this is what she wrote. I repeat that. She wrote here, I'm so happy and thankful that I got a job near my house with 2,500 salary by February 2020. Now, she came in December 2019. She wrote there, by February 2020, I got a job, 2,500. This is the letter of offer she got. Can you see that? This is the letter of offer that was given to her on the 16th of January. And the letter of offer says, you are going to be given 2,500 salary to start working. And this came in on January when she wanted a job for February 2020. Another lady wanted to share my joy with you, Mr. Kati. This lady has got a sari shop selling saris. I have been writing affirmation for the past 16 days that my boutique sales per day would be more than 3,000. She said it always about 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000. She started writing for 16 days, and then her salary her sales went up by 3,003. Now her daily sales is about 7,000-8,000 ringgit. I mean, I don't know, maybe COVID might have come down, but I'm telling you that's what happened. So goals that are not in writing are merely wishes. So you have to write your goals. Yeah. Okay. So that's the first one. Second one is vision board. If we can do all three, better. Otherwise, you have to do at least one, which is affirmation. Vision board is pictures of the things that you want. Material things, checks, bank statement, sales and purchase agreement of house that you want, and so on and so forth. Checks, payment to you, material things, car, house, pictures, and all. Yeah. Example: this guy, he put the pictures of his car. He wants to be in triathlon. He wants to have six-pack. He wants to have $1 million US. This is a dream house, vacations, and so on and so forth. This lady, she has a vision board. A house, getting married, 1 million, the car she wants to have, the holidays she want to have, the hotel, the holidays, healthy, and so on and so forth. This guy is an insurance agent. The number of agents you want to have, the office you want to have, the car you want to have, the house you want to have. See a check for 3 crores, money you want to have, dream holiday, and so on and so forth. Yeah. So I've been teaching this for many people, and this is what I got some of that testimonial. This is from a medical doctor, Dr. Priscilla. Dr. Priscilla did a vision board, okay, with a car, house, and she also put a vision board Can you see a picture of the eyes here? Because she says that she wants her eyesight to improve, because as a doctor, she wanted to have good eyesight. She's been wearing glasses, and she wrote it down. She put it down like she put a car, house, and whatever travel, and then she also put the eyes. And this is what she sent to me. She said, "Sir, I just went to check my eye power to get my new glasses because I lost my glasses. My eyesight actually improved. The optician was shocked. The optician was quite shocked that both the eyes has improved, both sides improved. That she says it must be because of law of attraction, because she had put the eyes there and she visualized it to improve." Yeah, this is from Rekha. Miss Rekha, as you can see, she put a lot of things that she wanted in a vision board, and she also put down these three things. Can you see the three jewelry pieces here? The earring, the two pendants, and whatever now, right? So she put it in a vision board. She looks at it every day. And then what happened? She sent me this. This is Rekha. This is the mom. She put there, "A million thanks, sir. I applied the secret in my life of attending law attraction program. Past 3 months continuously, I bought 3 gold necklaces, pendant from my mother. I wrote affirmation every day and imagine." This is the visualization where she put it up, yeah? And she bought all the necklaces. You see, she says now, "I can remove the picture of the earring." Can you see the earring here? This is the earring she bought for mom. Exactly the same. She even told me even the pendants were exactly as the one she put in the vision board. These are just examples. Yeah? Third one you want to do for law of attraction is visualization. Visualization is basically, now that you've got your vision board, you need to now sit down and visualize everything happening in your life. Okay, at least twice a day. Yeah. So with a lot of clarity, use the vision board. So if you've got a vision board with a car, house, and everything, so you need to close your eyes every day, morning and night, and visualize driving the car, visualize buying the jewelry for your mom, visualize having the money in your account, visualize the agents, visualize the check, visualize. When you visualize, things will start coming to you. Yeah. So I want to give you some testimonies of visualization. Okay. This is a lecturer. "Sir, I would like to share the happiest moment that I had with my daughters. My daughters usually say the maths is difficult and they hate the class. I taught both my girls to visualize that they enjoy learning maths and doing well in maths. So they were doing it for about a week. After a week, I saw them spending most of the time doing maths, and I asked them, how come you're doing maths when you say it's difficult? And these are the magic words which I heard. Oh, Amma, now we find maths is getting easier. We are enjoying doing it. And the teacher praises us. We answered most of the question well. It's really amazing. You know, can you imagine, most of you, you know, those days you remember now, many of you when you study for the exam, and you always say, I don't know why, yeah, I study so much, but the moment I sit for my exam, everything goes blank. Everything goes blank. And do you know, not every time you go for exam, everything goes blank? Visualization. Because you visualize it to go blank, you see. When these children visualize, they can do well. You do well. So you must teach your children to visualize, visualize, visualize. This lady came from my program. I think she's watching. Chitra, thank you, Chitra, for me to allow me to share this today, Chitra. Chitra, what she did, she came from my class. She has been working in the bank for 17 years, bank. And she, after my class, I told her, Chitra, visualize it, Chitra, that you're going to get an award. Now, this was just within a month. She was given an employee award when she was doing the visualization that she being called, HR called, and HR called her, gave an award. She said, for 17 years, I have not been recognized. And then I have this. You know, so you guys like what I'm saying or not? If you like, please put a lot of good sign or love sign, and you're happy with because I'm showing so many things. I hope you're enjoying. I can't see you, but at least if I get some feedback from you, it'll be fantastic, right? Okay. Anyway, this is from Miss Kyle from Sramban. Miss Kyle says, hi friends, never could have said the power of visualization. I had applied for a tuition center license into education department in early October. Never heard any news from them. Just after attending Mr. Kathi's program, 2 weeks, I started to visualize and that a license is approved. And yesterday they called me to say my application has been approved. So again, visualization, yeah. I should got the license, yeah. Ms. Segran is in the unit trust industry, a good friend of mine, like a younger brother, and he says this, Mr. Kathi, I'd like to share how much law of attraction. I think Segran is also watching. Thank you, Segran. He says, I couldn't remember what exactly, but this is what he says. I wrote this in 2017 that he was 38 years old. He says, by the age of 40, I need to have my own house. I need to resign my job and become a public mission consultant. And I want to buy a car which is more than 100,000. Then he said, I did the visualization and manifestation of these dreams, goals, and affirmation. He started visualize. Then by age of 40, he'll do it. And you know what happened? In 2019, which is 2 years later, he bought a condo in Bennington Residences. In 2019, he left his job and became a full-time consultant. And in 2019, On the 4th of April, he booked a Proton X70 Premium, which was worth of 127 thousand. All this happened by the age of 40, which is what he said. I wanted to achieve it by age of 40. Again, he says it's because of law of attraction and the power of visualization. I'm showing you all this is to give you this belief to you guys that, you know what, it is working, it will work if you believe in it. Yeah. Okay, so that's the whole thing about law of attraction by deliberate attraction. I have another half an hour, which I want to talk about law of karma and talk about Ho'oponopono. And I need you to understand, I have a program for this. If you want to know everything, it's only 99 ringgit. At the end of the program, at the end of today, I will talk to you about 99 ringgit. You can register. There are 8 modules, which I cover everything. I go into detail, more detail. And I also give you homework and I'll coach you step by step. You can do that if you want to. Or you only want to do free, no problem. You go to my Karthikesu Sivalingam YouTube channel. You go to YouTube channel. You can actually watch a lot of free. I got 30 over free videos there. You can go and watch the videos in YouTube channel if you want to go free. But if you want to pay 99 ringgit, want me to help you and coach you, because I will coach you if you join the program, because then it's easy for me to communicate because you're doing all my homework, right? And 8 modules in Tamil, 8 modules in English. I'll do 8 modules in Tamil, 8 modules in English. It's only 99 ringgit. Come on, man, 99 ringgit for you to be able to become so successful in life. Yeah? The choice is yours. Yeah. Let's go to part 2. Part 2 is law of karma. Okay. Now I already told you just now that you have deliberate attraction, which is the 3 more things I already told you, and you've got divine intervention. How to get God to come and help you, how to get the universe to help you. So 3 tools to help you to strengthen your divine intervention. Let me explain a little bit about how this works. If you have an iPhone, let's say you went to a shop and bought an iPhone. Okay, iPhone is a really good phone, right? Or maybe a Samsung phone, doesn't matter. I've got 2, one Samsung, one iPhone. Both are very good. Okay, good phone, right? Really bought it. You heard so much about the phone and all. And then what happened was you went inside the lift and try to make a phone call. When you went into the lift, you try to make a phone call. No call didn't go through. When the call didn't go through, you say, what? Please, this stupid iPhone, and you throw the phone and break the phone. You say, stupid iPhone. See, the problem is this. The reason why the phone didn't work is because there was no reception. You needed to go to the top of the building or go to a place with a reception. Correct? Similarly, when you write your affirmation, when you do your visualization and vision board, whatever, if it's not working, then means there's no reception from God. There's no communication from God. You are having problem getting divine to help you, and that's why there are 3 tools. Give another example. If you send a WhatsApp, to someone, you send a WhatsApp message, okay? If the WhatsApp message doesn't go through, it's 1 tick, doesn't go through. This is like telling God what you want, but God didn't even receive your message because the message never go through. Okay. Now you send a message to God, got 2 ticks, but not blue ticks, 2 ticks, which means you send a message, which is you do your visualization, you do your vision board, you do your affirmation. Now God has got the message, the 2 ticks, but God never read the message. Why? I don't know. Maybe your karma, maybe you are sinful. I don't know. No, you got 2 ticks, but not blue ticks because God never read. How do you get God to read the 2 ticks? How do you get God to read it so 2 blue ticks come? 3 tools. If you do these 3 tools, I guarantee you, your messages will go through. First, you must make sure you send the right message. That's why the affirmation, visualization, vision board comes in. Then you must do these 3 things. Okay, let's look at the 3 things. Tool number 1. Tool number 1 is record everything that you are grateful and thankful for on a daily basis on a gratitude channel. Get a book, get a notebook. Just get any book. Just get a notebook. Just get a notebook. Every day you write down there. You can use a phone also. Okay, write down there. There are a lot of apps in the phone. Gratitude app. A lot of apps in the phone. Every day before you go to sleep, I repeat that before you go to sleep, you take out the phone and say, I'm thankful I'm alive. I'm thankful today I made 2 sales. I'm thankful today I received some money. I'm thankful for the food I received. I'm thankful that my wife cooked excellent meal today. I'm thankful that my children say I love you today. I'm thankful today my boss smiled at me. Be grateful what you have. See, the problem is a lot of us are not grateful at all. Everything complain. So when WhatsApp messages, when people say negative things, I will immediately take them out of my phone. I will block them. Okay, I'm not interested. My Facebook is the same thing. The moment you start a lot of negative things, I'll unfriend you because I'm not interested in all this negativity. Because I think we should be so grateful. We are born in Malaysia. We're so thankful that we've got a great life. I mean, listen, things are not perfect in many countries, including our Malaysian country. But I think we should be very thankful. We got a roof, we got food, you got clothes, and you got a brain, which you can use in order to get a lot of good things. But you got to be thankful. Bersyukur dengan apa yang Anda ada dulu. Be grateful with what you have now before you can ask for more. So you got to be grateful. That's why I tell you just now, when people ask you, how are you? Fantastic. How are you? Wonderful. Be grateful. When you do that, more things will come. More things will come. So either you write it down every day, what you're grateful for, or at least when people ask you, how are you, say, very good. Very, very good. Honestly, I will never send anything on COVID to anyone because it creates so much of negativity in feeling. If you listen to people like Sadhguru, Asanji, many of the the philosophers, they'll tell you the more you talk about COVID, the more it will affect you. The more people in the world talk about, more it will affect you. But the moment you are positive, you believe in God, you believe that you have a soul, you believe in the energy, a lot of good things will happen to you. So start writing every day a gratitude journal. Number 2, try to collect blessings every day. How do you do that? Okay, do things that get you blessings. If you cook food, extra food, give to your neighbors. If you don't like neighbors, okay, feed the dog, feed the cat, feed the birds. Throws all bread that you don't use, don't throw into the dustbin. Go and feed the fish. Go to the lake and throw it and feed the fish, and put it out. The birds will eat. Put it on do something to get blessings every day. You buying food, buy extra teh tarik, extra food, extra tea, coffee, give it to the security guards. Anything. You see stray dogs, stray cats, feed them. Anything. But do things to get blessings. Do things to get blessings. Very, very important. Okay, very, 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 very important that you get blessings. At the same time, avoid unnecessary curses. Drive properly, because if you drive, I pay for road tax, he pay road tax, I can drive whatever. You get cursed left, right, and center. Park properly. You go and park your car in illegal parking. You don't care. I don't care. You just park for a short while. Park. But you see, you write affirmation 16 times. I am so happy and grateful I have this money. But you park your car like that, 1,000 people curse you. Stupid idiot. Stupid idiot. Look at his brain. No brain. Stupid idiot. Idiot. Stupid. Stupid. 1,000 people curse you, and you write 16 times and say, I want to be rich. You think you can be rich or not? Please understand something. You open your window and throw rubbish outside. You open a window and then tick, ashtray, your cigarette ash or whatever. Come on. A lot of you don't realize that unnecessary. Some of you have you seen people who push trolley to in a car park, and then they put a barang-barang in the car and the things, and then leave the trolley there? Have you seen that? Have you seen people who put rubbish under the car, and then when they drive the rubbish everywhere in the shopping centers and all? Do you know people who drive past will say, you're not there. Nobody saw you. But the moment they curse you, stupid fella, look at the fella, immediately the curse will hit you. It's all unnecessary. So you got to be very careful. Listen, I'm not here to talk about all other people who are doing bad things. That is none of my business. I only take care of my karma, okay? I take care of my karma. I'm not here to answer about the politicians. I'm not here to answer about the people who do. Listen, there's nothing to do with me. Meaning to say, everybody will pay for their karma. I, first of all, must take care of my karma first. I must take care of my karma first. Yeah, law of attraction is all about being selfish. Selfish in the sense that you need to take care of your soul so that your soul will then help other people. Because I'm looking at helping people. I have no time to go and I don't read newspapers. I don't watch news. I'm honest, huh? I don't read newspapers. I've never bought newspapers. I don't buy newspapers. I don't watch news. I don't need to know. God is with me. God will help me. I really, honestly, why would I want to listen to the news and tell who got killed, who got raped, who got robbed, who got burglarized? What for? So all these are negativity. So do things that brings you blessing. Anything, just things, yeah. And finally, I want to touch on Ho'oponopono. Okay, Ho'oponopono. Now, first of all, Ho'oponopono is a very big topic. Huh? I have an advanced program which I did for 8 weeks. Which people pay 1,000 ringgit to come and learn about how to become a Ho'oponopono practitioner. It's a very, very powerful tool. Okay, and if you are interested in an advanced program, just WhatsApp me and say, Mr. Kati, I want to know more about advanced program. I'm not going to promote that today because a lot of you might not be able to afford the 1,000 ringgit. So I'm not going to talk about it today. Actually, I will talk about the 99 ringgit program, which you can afford. Many of you can afford. Of course, if you can afford 1,000, I'm very happy for you. Then text me and say, I'm interested, I'll talk to you more. But what is Ho'oponopono? Ho'oponopono is a Hawaiian word that says accepting responsibility and correcting your mistakes, negative thoughts, and karma. So the word Ho'oponopono means I accept whatever I'm going through is because of my karma, because of my mistakes, because of my negative thought, not about the other people. Because a lot of time we point finger. I used to do that. Oh, why my parents were poor, why I live in an estate, Why am I used to blame everybody. Why my friends are like that? Why every time I blame, I point finger. But every time point finger, three finger point to yourself. And that's when I realized that Ho'oponopono, I mean, all religion talks about it. It's just that I picked it up from the Hawaiian word because it summarizes everything. But every religion talks about the same thing, about accepting responsibility and, correcting your mistakes and negative thoughts. Okay. Now, so when you do Ho'oponopono, I'll tell you how to do shortly. Yeah. When you do Ho'oponopono, you are cleansing your negative thoughts, negative energy, and mistakes and sin. Now, I know some of you will probably switch off by now, and because I have 250 people watching now, only 230 people watching, you all switch off. Let me tell you something. Wait until I show you the testimonies of people who are doing Ho'oponopono. You'll be shocked. You'll be shocked how powerful Ho'oponopono is. And when Law of Attraction and Ho'oponopono combine, my God, you become invincible. You want to be an Iron Man? You want to be a super powerful man? You want to be a Spider-Man? You want to be powerful? Law of Attraction, Ho'oponopono. You become invincible. Okay, let's go through. So Ho'oponopono, basically, you need to remember these 4 sentences. This is called the 4 prayers. I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. That's the 4. You must remember this. I love you, I'm sorry, please. These are the 4 sentences. So how do you do this? So how does Ho'oponopono work? Let me explain to you. How does Ho'oponopono work? Okay. So I'm going to take an example, because many of you who are watching me today, you'll have a lot of issues at work. You'll have issues with yourself personally, or maybe you've got issues in business, whatever can. Maybe you've got clients who don't want to buy from you. Maybe you've got boss who ill-treat you and all, right? So what you can do, and Ho'oponopono is very simple. Write down your name and the names of the people who are creating problems for you. So take a piece of paper, take a book, write down the name. Write down your name first, and then below that, you write down the names of you, even your family members, your father, mother, brother, sister, whoever. Even if they don't give you problems, also you can write their names down, because you also create an enrichment among each other. So you want your better relationship with your husband, you put your husband's name. Better relationship with mom and dad, put your name. Anybody's name. Not only giving people who are giving you problem, but people you want to become closer. Anybody's name you can put. Okay, but you must write your name first, then names of the people that you're who are creating problems for you, emotion setback, hindrances, blah blah blah. And you need to do one of the 2 things. I repeat, one of the 2 things. You don't have to do both. You do step 1 or step 2. Step 1. Step 1, you put your hand on the list. You've written all the names again. Step 1 is put your hand on the names. Put a hand on the names, and then you say, "Dear God." So you can, if you're a Christian, "Dear Jesus Christ." If you're a Hindu, "Dear Lord Shiva," "Dear Muruga," "Dear Vinayagar," or if you're a Muslim, "Ya Allah," or if you're Buddhist, "Dear Buddha," whatever your religion is, doesn't matter. "Dear God," or if you don't believe in God, "Dear Universe," and then you say, "I love you, I'm sorry, please, thank you." I love you, I'm sorry. Dear God, say once, then I love you, I'm sorry, please, thank you. I love you, I'm sorry, thank you. 108 times, 3 times a day. How do you know 108 times? Keep, you can hit prayer bead, Jabamala, something, prayer bead, or you can have a clicker, a counter, or you can tick somewhere. But 100 times is very, very powerful, because it's believed when you say anything 108 times, the connection is there. Then you remember, then God read your message. When you do it 100 times, God will read your message. The universe will read your WhatsApp message. Remember I told you just now? You want God to read your WhatsApp message 108 times, okay? So 2 options. 1, you put your hand on them. So you can do it, this one option. Or if you want it to be more powerful, very, very powerful, is same thing. You've written down, okay, when you write the names, and not try to write in pen. Use a ballpoint pen. Use a pen, not pencil. Use a pen, okay? Write in pen. Then what you do is, second option is, you take a pencil eraser, soft eraser. You know soft eraser? Soft eraser. This is called a soft eraser. Soft eraser means you only erase for pencil writing. Pen writing you cannot erase. Soft eraser. Take a soft eraser, and you erase on all the names. So if you have got a lot of names, erase from the top to the bottom, or right to that. Erase. No need to go one by one. Erase. As you are erasing, say, "Dear God, I love you." So you are erasing, okay, and then you're saying, "I love you, I'm sorry, thank you. I 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 love you, I'm sorry." 108 times, 3 times a day. So either one. So what I would suggest is, like say if you're going to write down your boss's name and erase, if your boss sees you in the office, you're in trouble again. So be careful. So what I would normally say is, if you're at home, do the erasing technique. If you're in the office, put your hand and do. Or if you put your husband's name and do, if you're erasing, your husband see that and say, "Oh, you're in trouble already." So maybe if it's not possible, just put your hand and do. It will work. And when you're doing the erasing, you're not erasing the name of the person. I repeat, this is just symbolic erasing the negative energy between both of you. So I'm not here to tell you to write the name of the boss, erase, or your boss will go away. No such thing. I'm not asking you to write the name of husband and go away. No, 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 no. You're erasing the negativity between you and that person, and do it that way. Okay? You can do it for people who have passed away. If you feel there's a negative energy between you and them, or you feel there are unsolved issues with you and them, for your grandmother, grandfather, anyone, you can do it, because you are actually saying this and resolving problems you have. And I'm going to share with you a lot of testimonials for Ho'oponopono, and then I'm going to open for question and answer. So bear with me, many testimonials, and it's so good, so good. So let's go through. First, let's talk about health-related issues. Yeah, Now, by the way, my YouTube channel, my recording will always be available on my Facebook account. It'll be saved, it'll be there, so you can watch it again and again and again and again. So don't worry if you missed out. You can go back and watch it again. You can watch with your husband, you can watch with your family and watch it again. So don't worry, if I'm going too far, because I want to finish off so that you have take time to digest, and you can go back and watch it again if you want to. Then I'm going to also put it in my YouTube. You can also watch it in my YouTube channel. So please go to my YouTube channel, Karthikesu Sivalingam, and subscribe. So the moment I put a video, you'll get a notification. Go under Karthikesu Sivalingam, YouTube channel. Go and subscribe. Okay. Health-related issues. Okay, let's go through one by one. This is Ramesh, a really good friend of mine, my younger brother, I would say, and this is his testimonial. Just listen, read very carefully. He says this one of the days, and he told me, he said, "Good morning, Atta," my testimonial. He said, "Dear Dr. Karthi." By the way, the reason he says Dr. Karthi is because I did a lot of research, and I'm doing a PhD or a doctorate on Ho'oponopono, okay? And I didn't graduate in it's not because of, I was supposed to go to France to graduate, but because of the pandemic, I can't travel, so I'm not graduated, but I did a doctorate in Ho'oponopono, and that's why I can share so many things with you guys today, I've written 2 ebooks, okay? So you'll get to see my ebooks very soon. Anyway, before I start my conversation, I'd like to thank you for sharing law of Ho'oponopono. During MCO, I joined your program, blah, blah, blah. And then it says here, I'm a cancer survivor and chronic myeloid leukemia, diagnosed in 2012, 8 years already. He says my treatment is, I take this medicine, which is 12,000 ringgit per month. That's what he was taking. After practicing Ho'oponopono daily, he says I practice at 5 in the morning. Law of attraction, I continue my chanting for 108 times using sandalwood beads. That means that it's just the beads, BEADS. I started to feel changes in my health condition. Last 23rd of December 2020, I went for a checkup every 6 months in Ampang Hospital. The doctor mentioned that I can stop medication. It shocked me. I asked the doctor, "Are you sure it's safe to stop? I hope that I should not have any problem stopping the medication." The doctor's answer was, "Your progress is very good. Your samples are below cancer levels since last year. No worries, we'll monitor you." Anyway, the doctor requested me to give blood and for fusion transcript. They called me on the January 14, 2021, after he's given the blood for an appointment to meet up. And on January 19, they called me and said, "Stop your medication." Thank you so much for getting it. See, person who has been suffering from cancer since 2012, and after starting Ho'oponopono, see, remember, every body is 80% water, kan? So when you do Ho'oponopono, your soul listens to it, your inner child listens to it, and your every cell listens to it. So believe in the power of it. This is a lady who was following my program, and then she had a stroke. Mr. Karthi, I just want to share my experience about Ho'oponopono that saved my life. I had a stroke attack recently. This is actually, she had a stroke, but let me tell you how it saved her life. I was doing Ho'oponopono 108 times, because this was before the stroke. She was already doing 108 times. She said on this particular morning, I was having breakfast, and I had planned to go to Batang Bercinta, which is Bestari Jayala. Then my brother called me and told me to go to my mother's house, and I decided to go to my mother's house instead of Batang Bercinta. As I was watching the bunny, I collapsed, and my leg and hand got weak, and I couldn't move. If my brother did not call, I would have gone to Batang Bercinta. The attack would have happened when I'm driving, and I would have probably died today. I can't imagine what would have happened that if I had not been doing Ho'oponopono before the incident. I really want to thank you, because God listened to Ho'oponopono today. I'm alive because of this. It's important. I have now almost fully recovered. And look at this. This was her writing the day after the, her name is Caroline. I think she's listening. Caroline Subhachini. The day after the stroke, I think a day or two after the stroke, or this is day 1, sorry. This is day 1 after the stroke. This is day 2 after the stroke. And this was subsequently, I can't remember which day, maybe 5-10 days or later. You can see she can write her name already, and she of course she's on medication, but she also does Ho'oponopono. This is another one. I got it from I think it was Kuching. Detected this. She's talking about her niece. Huh? She say my niece has ovarian cancer. She said please help me to do Ho'oponopono because she can't talk or eat. She's a Muslim, so she said do the zikir. So the Muslims they use the zikir. Alhamdulillah, Allahu Akbar, Subhanallah, Allahu Akbar, and Astaghfirullahalazim. And the rest of us can do Dear God, I love you, and something here, right? And she did it for 108 days. And this is how she looked like at the hospital when she could not talk, she could not eat, and whatever, not right. And this friend and the whole family started doing Ho'oponopono. And this is how she looked. This was a message that I received yesterday, but this is about 1 week later. Not only that, she can also sit down and can read and write already. Can you see that? All this happened because of Ho'oponopono. This is Daksha. Daksha is from Klang. And then she said, my sister had an accident in June 2018 and went into coma. I was admitted to Klang GH. The doctors did not give much hope because she was totally in a coma state. They don't know how bad the head injury. I called Mr. Kati and he suggested that the family members write the name of the sister or use her picture. I mean, you can also take the picture. So I told her to take the picture of the sister, put a hand over the picture, and do Ho'oponopono. I love you, I'm sorry, thank you. And as you can see that the whole family did it. She woke up the next 24 hours and she's in perfect health. This is Dr. Rajagopal. Dr. Rajagopal told me that his nephew had a kidney problem, and the doctors actually said he has to do dialysis because the kidney was really, really bad. But you know what? Dr. Rajagopal as well as the nephew, he told them to do Ho'oponopono, and the doctors today told, this is about 3 weeks, 4 weeks later. The doctors told today that one kidney is actually functioning well, and yours is not serious. Your creatinine level is reduced. No need to go dialysis, and he has been discharged from the hospital. Then he says here, I cannot believe that how can it mysteriously get cured. I keep inspiring him and do Ho'oponopono. This is another one. I witnessed this prayer. A friend of mine called to convey that her brother was critically ill and doctors lost hope. See, doctors lost hope. Huh? I introduced his prayer. She messaged after 3 weeks saying her brother is out of ICU and transferred to normal ward. What I did was ask them to do Ho'oponopono. Okay. Work-related issues. Okay. I work a stack of files whereby people owe company money. That means she collects. My job is to issue outstanding amount to owing letters to them. I started to Ho'oponopono on this stack of files by putting hands. Since then, for some, I could start issuing the letters they paid, but for one, I just sent it the same day they came. So a lot of people started paying back, when she started to Ho'oponopono on the file. This person, I'm a lead of a company I'm a team lead in my company, very professional. There's a team member who always negative and find fault. Managed to handle him for the past 2 years, and the reason is very rude, made assumption, and the way I lead. I never been so upset with my teammate. I did Ho'oponopono 108 times. But what I'm about to tell you is shocking. The next very day, I was told that the team member has been immediately moved to another team. Wow. Remember I told you, hi doctor, remember I told you that I have a problem with in my school and my colleagues. I did Ho'oponopono on their names and asked universe to guide me to escape this torturing situation. Today I got a letter that I've been transferred to a new school. Good evening, everyone. I must say that the Ho'oponopono is really powerful. For months ago, a few months ago, my boss, often very sarcastic, always looked down on me, really hurt my feelings and every day struggled for me. I never thought she would change her behavior towards me. I started doing Ho'oponopono. Just after 2 weeks after the prayers, I started seeing changes in the way she treated me. She became very friendly to me. She stopped looking down on me and talked successfully. Now we have an amazing relationship. Based on your non-stop testimony. Sorry. I did Ho'oponopono 108 times to see a lot of miracles. I joined a company for 6 months. Since the management position, I had to go for 6 months probation. But in February 2021, my boss called me up and says, confirming me. Not only that, they're also increasing my salary by 500. My husband always want to, my and my husband always pray for improvement in our life. We are waiting for a long-term betterment in our life. Since doing Ho'oponopono, there's good news in our work. We have received an excellent service award, and my husband received a 500 salary. So I can go on and on. This lady, Miss Wong, worked in an MNC. Vice president was harassing her. She informed the HR. HR didn't believe in it. I went to Mr. Kati's class. He asked me to do Ho'oponopono. Amazing thing happened. 3 weeks after that, my VP gave 24-hour notice and left the company. Wow. I attended an interview at Soxo, but I didn't hope I'll get it. I was doing Ho'oponopono on my name. I think Miss Rita is listening to me today. And I did Ho'oponopono 108 times, and I got a job offer in Soxo as an officer. It's a miracle to me. Yesterday, I received good news of a full-time job in a good company. I'm grateful to Elohim. So this is just on and on and on. Relationship issues. I got so many here. Very quickly, a few days ago, I had an argument with my husband. I was kind of angry. I wanted to experiment Ho'oponopono. See, some people want to experiment. Before the night I slept, I said Ho'oponopono on his name. Yesterday morning, I said it again. To my surprise, he admitted his mistake and apologized again this afternoon. Repeated twice in his mistake. I want to tell you, it is so very hard to come out from his mouth. Mr. Kati, 2 years ago, my husband was not close to me. He's, go to some competition, spends a lot of time. And I found out he was having an affair with a lady in the gym. So I started to attend your class and did Ho'oponopono. I will now know where he is. I confronted for explanation. Oh, first of all, she found out about what he was doing. Then she confronted him. He admitted and permitted. Furthermore, he started to talk to me and now take care of the kids. Now I've got a car wash business and a business doing very well. My husband and I had a misunderstanding. He's working in Johor Bahru. I'm in Kuantan. So he went back, didn't talk to me, message for nearly 1 month. Last 2 days, I did Ho'oponopono on his name, and this morning, he messaged me. I want to tell you something. Do you remember I told you my husband was consuming alcohol too much lately? Then you guided me to do Ho'oponopono. Well, he's no more drinking, and absolutely no more. He's more hardworking. Many good things happening to me. Okay, right. This is my mother-in-law is a monster. After Mr. Kati's program, I wrote my mother-in-law's name. To my surprise, she changed so much. After a month, I realized she doesn't shout at me anymore. She does not criticize my cooking. In fact, she scolds my husband for not taking care of me. I can't believe that Ho'oponopono is so powerful. I would have probably gone into depression, asked for a divorce, or even committed suicide if not for Ho'oponopono. Thank you, God, for answering my prayers. This is a daughter-in-law problem. My daughter-in-law has always been a problem from the time she married my eldest son. Though I'm a good mother-in-law, she always is nasty towards me. After Mr. Kachi's program, I wrote my daughter-in-law erase. 2 weeks later, my son came with my daughter-in-law. I couldn't believe she has changed so much. She brought gifts. She cooked for all of us. She asked me to go for shopping. And she hugged and cried before she left. Our relationship is so much better now. Business related, I work in a pharmaceutical company. I could not hit my target. On the 12th of May 2018, my sales was only 62,000. So I did Ho'oponopono and showed my gratitude. And I now have hit 118%, which is on the 28th of May, my sales has gone up to 129,000. Can you imagine? Doubled it. She just doubled it in about 2 weeks by doing Ho'oponopono on. What she did was she did Ho'oponopono on her customers. I was trying to sell my car for, this is Dr. Ezran. Dr. Ezran said that his friend wanted to sell his car. And the highest he got was 33,000, but the loan balance was 37,000. So when he went to places to sell the car, he says the most he can get is 34,000. So he went to a auction. So he put the car. The auction is for 2 hours. So the first 2 hours, when the 1 hour 40 minutes remaining was only 33,000, which 24 minutes remaining is only 34,800. He needed to get 37,000 so can pay back the loan. So what happened was Dr. Ezran told him, why don't you put your hand on the car and just say, because he's a Muslim, you say, Ya Allah, and then say, I love you, I'm sorry, thank you, 108 times. So he put the hand on the car and said, Ya Allah, I love you, I'm sorry, thank you, 108 times. And you know what happened? The car was sold for 38,600. Okay, so obviously he managed to pay back his loan. This is a mini market owner. She says, after 2 weeks of doing Ho'oponopono, her sales went up from 7,000 to 10,000 per day. This person, I was doing insurance, closing high premium. She used to do 20 times a day Ho'oponopono. Then I asked her to do 108 times. She did 108 times. She said, I wrote my client's name and did my name and did Ho'oponopono, expected a premium. I could sense that my client will give high premium. To my surprise, this morning, I managed to close the premium, higher premium than before. Okay. This is a lady who says here, I did Ho'oponopono and I closed the sales 70,000 and did my MDRT. This person, I was short by 230,000 to do COT, also insurance agent. But I wanted to tell you that I managed to close my COT because I did Ho'oponopono on And on December 10th, I got a phone call. Remember, she was shot by 230,000 for a court of table in the insurance industry. But on December 10th, her boss called her and said, "Congratulations, you've done it." What is this? Again, same thing. Or this person, I want to sell a property, and I wrote the property address and did Ho'oponopono to sell on the 30th of September. And on the 30th of September, I signed a S&P agreement to sell the house. This person says, "I've not been able to sell my house for 17 years. After doing Ho'oponopono, I managed to sell the house." So again, and you see all this. Okay, anyway, I'm going to finish off. This couple married for 9 years. I've done all kind of Ayurveda, IVR, and everything else. They didn't have any kids, so they did Ho'oponopono. I told them to write down the names of both of them, ex-boyfriend, ex-girlfriend, in-laws, friends, and all. I told them anybody's name they can pop up, write down, and erase. And what happened? 2 months after they started doing Ho'oponopono, she conceived. Not only conceived, she got twins, and today the twins are 18 months old. I think last few. Collecting money. This person had somebody owed him money for the longest of time. But after 3 weeks of Ho'oponopono, the person settled 70% of the contract amount. This lady had somebody owed 1,200. She wrote the name and did Ho'oponopono, paid back. This guy had someone who owed him 25,000 US dollars for 3 years, no should pay. He wrote the person name and did Ho'oponopono, and the person paid back. Okay. And the last one I want to share with you is this is a really remarkable story. Mr. Kati, my husband, was sentenced to death for a drug traffic in a foreign country. He's a good man. He wanted to make money to pay for my daughter's medical expense, 70,000, influenced by the friends who carried drugs. And in 2012, he got caught, and he's been in jail for 7 years and been supposed to hang last year, December. He's supposed to be hang until death. Then she spoke to me. I think it was in October. Maybe, I can't remember when she spoke to me. Maybe June, July, or August, or something like that. She spoke to me, and then she started doing Ho'oponopono. She said, "I didn't have much hope. But 3 weeks after I started doing Ho'oponopono, an unknown lawyer appointed by United called and said they're going to take up my husband's case pro bono." To cut a long story short, 5 judges met and decided to commit my husband's death sentence to a jail sentence. And he will be released very soon. I'm going to have my husband back. And this is amazing. From a death sentence become a jail sentence. Yeah. These are just some example of how powerful. Because when you cleanse your karma, everything works for you. Yeah. So anyway, just to finish off today, 3 ways to manifest. This is what I covered today with you guys. Okay. So you can start typing any question. This is the 2 program I told you. I've got 2 programs. One is called the Ultimate Law of Attraction Program, which is programmed for 99 ringgit. These are all recorded, but I'll teach you more tools and more things. Also, Ho'oponopono is covered as one of the modules. 8 modules, one of it is Ho'oponopono. And then I also have a program 2, which is only on Ho'oponopono. So I'm going to teach you only on Ho'oponopono, but I also want to teach you food items that you can take in order to cleanse your karma. Non-food items you can take in order to also do in order to cleanse your karma. Okay. But at the moment, you can just use the 4 phrases first, yeah? But if you're interested to know more, then you can just about 99 ringgit. Also recorded, which means once you pay 99 ringgit, I'll put you into a Facebook group, and you can start watching the videos. I've got homework for all the work, but you just do it at your own pace, and then you can always check with me. All these recordings will be available until end of this year. So if you subscribe now, you can watch the videos until December this year, okay? So I repeat that. So please take a screenshot. This is my contact number, 019-664-3989, 019-664-3989. So please WhatsApp me, and you tell me whether you want to do program 1, or you want to do program 2, or you want to do both. Is that clear? Program 1, program 2, or you want to do both. It's 99 ringgit. Then I'll give you all the details on how to bank in the money, and then I'll tell you how to get into the group and for you to listen. I hope today's talk has been beneficial.